We now return to She-Ra and the Princesses of Power. Well, here we are, episode 5. And I have to say that this, so far, was the hardest review to write, and the reason that it's been so long between this review and the previous ones. Long story short, I have to say I hated it. It was the first episode that felt like just one big slog. And I really have to chalk it up to this. The characters and their journey here just felt so bland in comparison to the previous episodes. The stakes just weren't here, or at least they didn't make me feel them. This episode reinforces the problem of the Horde villains being treated fully like Team Rocket-style goofballs, with no air of danger around them. We have Catra and crew, now joined by the far too lovable Force Captain Scorpia. I mean, come on people, we're introduced by her picking up and hugging Catra? I can understand the desire for our villains to be seen as not complete monsters, but the problem is that from the very beginning, that's what they were trying to do with them. The destruction of helpless towns from the previous episodes. Well, yes, they're monsters, or at least they should be, or don't waffle back and forth over what they are. But here we have them goofing off and being incompetent on a boat, which completely undercuts the threat they're supposed to pose. Instead, we have the drama and tension of the episode going into dealing with Glimmer once again on a mission to prove herself. This time by traveling to secure another princess alliance with the watery princess of the nearly abandoned city of Selenius. And rather than it seeming abandoned because the city's being under siege, which it's not, it's abandoned because all the time and effort went into creating a Mos Eisley-style cantina scene earlier in the episode, in the story that introduces us to Captain Seahawk. And Seahawk is a character that they seem to want to make lovable, but comes off more insufferable. Hell, I'd rather they swapped him out with Scorpia and have her as the captain they meet. They could have discovered that she was Horde later on and would have fixed quite a few of my problems with the episode. Instead, we have a small group of wacky adventures where our main trio completely outperforms Seahawk at everything he's supposed to be good at, completely removing any need for him to be there. Even the idea of him having a relationship with the princess, who was severely lacking in personality and screen time for her introductory episode, by the way. The only thing of note happening being the minimal confrontation between Adora and Catra that amounts to her standing there pointing at a wall while Catra argues and makes fun of her new friends. Shield restored, alliance strengthened, and me completely bored. I didn't want to say it, I didn't want to do it, but this was the first real episode that just left me drained. I just didn't like it. Now I'm going to continue through. The next episode's the halfway point, and I still have high hopes for the series. Hopefully they'll get back on track, but whatever happens, I'll give my honest opinion. No punches pulled, but also no knives drawn. I do have high hopes for the series, and one of those hopes is that you'll join me as I explore it. So, like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments how right or wrong I am. Until next time, this is Keckersboy signing off.